Hey Michael Riley, this is Ben Wilhite, and I'm going to be reviewing your Part 1 composition photos. So for the first question, it's did you understand the requirements of the project? And you definitely did. You definitely utilized the rule of thirds. You utilized color, lines, the composition of a photo, light and shadow. All that combined really made a bunch of your pictures stand out really well, and that's what inevitably really made your composition succeed. The second question was, how effectively did you use the elements and principles of design photography in the composition images? I basically just said that. I basically said that in the last question, but to go off of that, your light and shadow really made certain objects that you're taking a picture of really stand out. The lines, when you were taking your pictures, you had really distinguished lines that made like the viewer's eye go throughout the whole image, which again really helped out your composition. You really knew how to use the rule of thirds on most of your pictures, but some of them I think you lacked it a little bit. So for the third question, which photos stood out to me? The photos that when I was looking through, the photos that stood out to me were, first was the bike rack right outside the Chem Phys building. That bike rack, it started on the lower left hand corner of the rule of thirds, and it kind of went down that line towards the center of the rule of thirds, and it really made the viewer's made my eyes go all over the picture, and it really stood out to me, especially with all those colorful bikes. So you had strong lines, good color. The light and shadow from the time of day really made like a cool composition on the photo. The basketball goal was probably, I like that picture probably the most because the shadows from the trees when it reflected onto the basketball goal, that was just awesome. I mean, that's a really cool shot. Um, yeah, I really liked it. The color from the trees stood out, but with that white basketball goal with those shadows, I mean, that was a great shot. And then the jungle gym. The jungle gym had really distinguished lines, a lot of color, good use of the rule of thirds. And then, so for the next question, it's which photos do you think need some improvement? Um, there are a couple photos that stood out to me that needed improvement. One picture was students walking into the student center, and there's just too many students in the way. You had the right idea. I just think you need to go at a different time of day when there's not so many students in the way. And that same goes with the sidewalk. I think near the student center. It was gonna be a great shot with like the trees on the both sides of the sidewalk, and you're looking down at it. It would have been a great shot, but again, there's just too many people. You couldn't get the right shot you needed, so maybe going at a different time of day could really help that out. And then the moving bus, the bus was so colorful, it would have been great, but I think it started to move right when you're about to take the picture, and it came out a little blurry. But you definitely had the right idea. And then for some things for you to improve, I drew you a picture of like the rule of thirds for a picture, and I would say to stay away from the middle box and try to work on the alleys to try to get the whole viewer's eye to go throughout the whole picture. And then my other advice is to maybe stray away from campus, go off campus, go somewhere else. But other than that, you had a great composition, and thank you for letting me see him.